Hello everyone, I want to welcome you to week 5 of our Nursing 7000 course, the Transitions to Advanced Practice. You can see here that I have the home page. What I would like you to understand, first of all, is that we have the Stay Connected Anything post, which is optional. That is open through next Monday, the 30th, but requested posts are designated as September 26th for the first post. The other thing that you'll see here is we have the Why Hospitals Should Fly book discussion question. So you can see that's this book right here. Hopefully you've enjoyed reading that and also looking at the first Do No Harm video. That video presentation, viewing, and your first discussion question related to the book is due next Monday. You will have 1 week from September 3rd, which is the first Monday in October, to be able to post your replies. So I'm going to take you first of all here to our Unit B overview, and what you'll see is that this unit is Role Transition, Professionalism, and Nursing Ways of Knowing. And I have updated, I'm not sure why it wasn't showing correctly, but I've updated the unit overview and the unit outcomes. I've also provided this link right here, which if you go to, it has some great information on philosophy and professional nursing. If you come on down, there are literature emphasizing the importance of nursing here, and then some philosophy associated with this professional practice model and some different pieces that might help you as you look at writing your personal philosophy of nursing in the near future. So let's go back here to Unit B. What you'll also find is that there's student preparation for week 4 and student preparation for week 5. And so you'll be looking at some links for several different articles, as well as reviewing right here. These are some readings that I've made some notes in. I want you to look at the information, but you don't necessarily need to totally assimilate or understand all aspects of theory and the evolution of nursing science. It's more informational and will help you as you look at your assignment, which is the personal DNP F&P philosophy, which will be due the first week of October. So let's, I don't think I'll show you anything else right here other than, oh yes, I'm sorry, I added this translational science NIH site for you to talk a little bit more about translational science and what that means for nursing. Each of you have read the Reevey chapter 16, and that's this book here, Leadership and Inquiry. So you are familiar with that and should have some additional information added in that link that I just showed you, as well as translating research findings into clinical practice. I thought this might be really pertinent for you as nurse practitioners, but it also is pertinent as nurse leaders. And then finally, there's another link that I've added, an overview and summary, translational research from knowledge to practice. So all of these are resources for you. Again, I would like you to look at them, but you don't necessarily need to memorize every word. Just get the general concepts. The other thing that you'll find is let me go back here, that right here I have provided some health promotion and nurse practitioner models for you, which may be helpful as you think about what your personal philosophy is. So just quickly, what you'll find out is that a philosophy is based on assumptions, beliefs, core values, and moral or ethical considerations. Philosophy typically describes personal or professional perspectives and attitudes regarding the profession. So basically what this is an individual nurse's or a group of nurses' perception on what we as nurses do in our profession and how those perceptions or assumptions influence our nursing practice. So I'm going to take you back to our course here. And what I'd like to do is to let you know that based on the significant assimilation of knowledge in Unit A and in the assignment entitled this Structured Video Response, and also in the most recent reflection, which had APA formatting requested with some modifications, that I am super impressed with everything that you all have learned. And so I've taken the liberty to eliminate one assignment and postpone the assignment that was due week 3 to week 6. So as this comes up, what you'll see here is the DNP Family Nurse Practitioner. I combined assignment number 6 and assignment number 3. So the good news is you don't have to do anything related to DNP, FNP practice and roll until October 28th. The other thing that you'll note here is that there is no longer an assignment number 3. I hope that that won't frustrate all of your planning, getting into your personal planners and getting organized. But I feel like that some of that assignment and some of assignment 6 had a little redundancy based on what we've already done in the course. So the next assignment for this course is due on Monday, October 7th, and that's your personal philosophy. So that's about 2 weeks from now. So if you'll continue to review the Unit B module, what you'll find there are some good resources for you, and you'll have plenty of time to potentially put together this philosophy for your practice. So I'm actually going to click on the assignment real quick here, and what I need each of you to do is I also added this cute little My Philosophy of Nursing. It really is at the non-graduate level, but I thought it might help you think about what your philosophy might be. And also there's this Articulating Your Personal Philosophy. It's another short reading of 2 pages that may make that assignment for you just a little bit better. So the assignment itself involves creating a personal philosophy statement. This is important and often is put on a CV or resume, so once you do this, you can continue to use that in the future. The next aspect is 15 points of this 100-point assignment is talking about your personal view and assessing what you believe about DNP contributions and healthcare generally. As we move on down, then the next part is to ascertain important values, characteristics, qualities, or behaviors for you that integrate into your practice and will help you be an excellent DNP, FNP prepared nurse. Similarly, what you're going to do is categorize values, characteristics, qualities, and behaviors, but this time these are the ones that you want to avoid. So remember on both 3 and 4 to indicate why you're choosing or not choosing those particular adjectives, probably is what they are for the most part, but characteristics, values, and qualities. So once you've completed that, then based on your personal philosophy, formulate elements that are achievable for you as a DNP, FNP prepared nurse leader and clinician. Then here you can, on item number 6, construct your personal responsibilities and commitments to patients, families, and communities. These might actually be concepts, but I do want you to remember to make sure that you look at both the DNP essentials and the NOP FNP competencies. Also, you might examine relationships and the kinds of things that are important to you about how you treat people, how people treat you. And also because as a DNP nurse practitioner, collaboration and teamwork as well as lifelong learning are important. So this sounds like a lot, but what you'll find is each of these will kind of be combined. And so as you write, it is okay if you want to combine a couple of the sections. as you noted in the recent reflection that you submitted, that for most of you I put the comment that it's a good idea to use in-text headers, and that helps separate the components of your paper as well as the important thoughts that you want to share. It helps me as your reader, and it helps you as the writer to put this paper together. I've put expectations of 4 to 6 pages. I really would prefer that it be closer to 4 pages and that you combine some of these. So think about how you might put the header. So you could potentially put a header about values, characteristics, and qualities that are important, and values and characteristics that should be avoided. So anyway, you might look at that. I also would like you to use a running head on this. That's more for practice than anything. We'll go ahead and have you do the double spacing. I think the 1.5 was confusing to each of you. And make sure that you have a reference page with correct APA style references. Now on this paper, it should not be written in first person, so try and write it generically. If you do inadvertently use first person, that's okay, but I do not want the whole paper written from that perspective. And also be careful to avoid inadvertent plagiarism. So if you're using information from the various resources, make sure that you give credit where credit is due. So I'm not sure that there's anything else right now that you need to know, but I do want to let you know that I think you're all fantastic, that you're doing a great job, and I was super excited to see what you've already learned in just 3 weeks about your journey towards the DNP FNP degree and certification. There is one final thing that I'd like to show you, and that is the program of study. And based on a couple of recommendations for education that are recent, what we have decided to do is to switch up semesters 2 and 3, a couple of the classes. So what you'll find is that you'll continue in the second semester to have your first and second pathophysiology and pharmacology class, but we'll have scholarly and ethical foundations 70-10 in the second semester. You'll have biostatistics and epidemiology. We think that follows the research and statistics better. And then good or bad, you'll have me teaching health policy next semester as well. So once again, I appreciate all of you. I applaud your efforts at this point in time. I have eliminated that one assignment as discussed, and I'm actually looking at potentially combining another one. This class is really pass-fail, and what you'll see is if I find that each of you are putting forth your best effort, that you're using critical thinking, and as we move into things that require diagnostic reasoning, that if you put forth the energy and effort, that more than likely you're going to get full points on each assignment. So I hope that takes a little stress out of the rest of your courses, because in the evidence-based practice and translating research and statistics class, I know that those grades are dependent more on particular aspects of what it is you're learning. So let me know if you need anything. I'm going to go ahead and say goodbye. I'm sorry this is about 14 minutes, but hopefully it has good information for you.